What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack live here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. For the second time today, man, you get to hang out with your boy. First things first, salute to the Unfiltered Nation. Salute to the Unfiltered fam. Salute to the Mod Squad. Salute to the goons in the chat. Run these likes up, bro. Turn on the lights when you walk into my house, bruh. Keep the likes at 50%. Last but not least, tip your bartender, dog. What's poppin', man? Friday night. We about to get right. It's time to blaze one for the nation, man. What's going on, you guys, man? If you missed earlier live, man, make sure you come in and check that earlier live out. But I had to come back, man. So you getting two for the price of one, bro. You're getting two tacos for 99 cents from Jack in the Box. Okay. So earlier, man, your boy was on here letting you guys know that Jim Swartz resigned from his position, and I thought that that would have been a great early Christmas present to Maxx Crosby as a defensive coordinator if we can get that deal done. If you want to know the details of that, go ahead and check that live out. Very informative and on point as usual. But on that live, like the Goonie Goo-Goos do, like you Goonie Goo-Goos do, bro. You guys always tell me something when I'm on the live that I didn't know, bro. And during that live, you guys reported, the Unfiltered Nation, you guys reported to me that Maxx Crosby, all-world edge rusher from the Las Vegas Raiders, was on NFL Network today, and he was on The Herd with Colin Cowherd, and he absolutely refuted all of the rumors and tales that were told, especially by a guy who's known as Jay Glazer, who went out and said he can guarantee that Maxx was done with the Raiders and he knows this and that and this and all of that. And Maxx came out and said, man, people are just putting words in his mouth and people are just saying this and saying that, and they're acting like they're his PR team and all of this. So once I heard that, man, I went ahead and I went and watched it, because that's just how I am, bro. It's like, okay, I mean, it's one thing to hear about it and it's another thing to experience it. So I went and I watched the interviews. I saw him with Colin Cowherd with my own two eyes and listened with my own two ears and analyzed it with my supercomputer. Then I saw him on the NFL Network show, also, talking about that question again. And from what I heard, I would invite you to hear it yourself. Maxx Crosby absolutely does not know what the hell these guys are talking about, nor had he said any of these things, and these guys are running off down the street with their names in their mouths, man. And I started thinking about it. You would think, bro, that you got all these people, Jay Glazer being the most important one, because he was the one that pretty much put his name on it and put his stamp on it, that Maxx was done with the Raiders and all this, that, and the third, only for Maxx to come out and say, man, he never talked to nobody about anything. So I was looking around to see, oh, man, maybe Jay Glazer is going to issue an apology. Maybe he's going to come out and maybe he's going to correct it. Maybe he's going to try to say, the information he got was faulty. No, it was exactly what I said yesterday. There was only a 50-50 shot, bro. You were either going to be right or you were not going to be right. If you were right, he'd be all over social media, all over TV, popping it on how great he is that he got it right. But I also said yesterday that if he gets it wrong, you aren't going to hear a damn thing from him regarding it. I looked all over the place, bro. I went to his Instagram. I went to his Twitter. I went to, Fox to see if anybody had any type of retractions or any type of apology uh, to Maxx and to the Raiders and to Raider Nation of us, of course. Nothing. So I decided to come back on, man, to explain why that is. So this right here is why the media is allowed to continuously lie, tell fibs, cap, make it up as they go along, and not be held accountable when it comes to Maxx Crosby and the Las Vegas Raiders. This is why I'm here. Okay? Now, I always have to let you guys know. We know that this is tight. You can go pick up the Brock Bowers, who's getting ready to have him a quarterback throw him the ball in a couple of months at MatthewShackUnfiltered.com. Okay? Make sure y'all go pick that up. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all know my pedigree, bro. And if there's new people here who've never been here before, because there's always somebody who's new, I just have to let you know why I'm an absolute authority when it comes to this. I am a 52-year member of Raider Nation. I grew up in that Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum and Stadium in Oakland. I have 3 rings. I've seen every quarterback from Stabler to Geno Smith. I've seen every coach from John Madden to Pete Carroll. Now that I've said that, let me explain to you guys why the media is always allowed to make it up, lie, say whatever, and never get reprimanded for it, bro. But you see other teams, if they did that too, like when the Patriots were at their superpower, you say anything wrong about the Patriots, you're going to lose your job. You're going to lose your station. You're going to lose your vocation. Okay? So I'm going to explain to you why. All right? Here's the first thing a lot of you guys got to understand. Number one, bro, when they say it's not personal, it is. It's personal when it comes to you. It's not personal when it comes to everybody else. It's personal when it comes to you, Raider fan. And it has been going on for decades. The amount of media slander that has been allowed and perpetuated by all of these media situations, and it's even worse now because now you have social media, you have independent media like myself, people like myself who are on YouTube and has a channel, and we have an audience and we can get out here and say stuff. Now everybody can have their opinion can be seen on Facebook, IG, Twitter, wherever. Okay? The media has been doing this to us since the NFL merger. The NFL merger was in 1970. So it's been going on for 56 years. What we just saw from, I'll just use Jay Glazer as the main guy, but there's too many of them. I mean, we can just go down the litany of the guys who are always got something negative to say about the Raiders, and they're on ESPN. They're on Fox Sports 1. They're on the NFL Network. They're on all these other platforms, bro. They can always say whatever and nothing happens, whether it's true, whether it's false. The reason why, man, is because the Raiders and the NFL have such a contentious relationship that goes all the way back to the late 60s with Al Davis and Pete Rozelle. Okay? This is personal. Everything that happens to the Raiders that you have not liked in your life, I'll just use me as an example because I'm older, so I can identify with that have occurred with us. The first football play that I ever remember was the immaculate incompletion, as I call it, which they call the immaculate reception. I wasn't a football fan. I was a little itty bitty dude, but I just remember that my father and his friends were watching the game and they were going crazy and yelling at the TV because of a BS call. And I walked in there and I just remember them going crazy about it. And I just remembered the uniform colors. I remembered the Pittsburgh Steelers were in black, and I remember the Raiders were in white, and I remember the logos, and I remember all of that. That's the first play I ever remember ever in football. And I wasn't even a fan. That happened in 72. I didn't become a Raider fan until 74. Okay? That's the first play I ever known when it came to football. Was them screaming at the TV saying that that wasn't a catch. All right? You have that. All right? As my start of knowing about the Raiders stuff. When I became a fan of the Raiders, that's when I really understood all the bad calls, all the stealing of touchdowns being taken away, we having to win in a dramatic fashion, sea of hands in 74 when we scored against the Miami Dolphins, north end zone, Ken Stabler getting ready to get sacked through it to Clarence Davis. We had to win miraculously over the world champions at that time, which were the Dolphins. That play, the holy roller play, I remember watching that. Can't roll the ball forward. They changed the rules. The judge, Lester Hayes, with the stickum, it was all legal until Lester Hayes led the NFL in interceptions with 13 and won the Defensive Player of the Year. The next year, they took it away. I mean, just on and on and on and on. And then we can get into you guys' era, the tuck rule, the index card with Gene Steratore, all the bullshit. This has been going on my entire life. Okay? It's been going on your entire life. Unless you're really OG, unless you're AFL. Like if you're AFL, you can't really say it. But when the NFL and the AFL merged in 1970, when that happened, what happened before that made the media be able to say about you whatever they want, bro. Whatever they want. It doesn't have to be true. Because why tell the truth when a lie is more entertaining? That, number one, along with you as a franchise, as a team, and as Tupac would say, as an MFing crew, like he said, and hit them up. Your lack of success also perpetuates that too. It helps them be able to get away with all the lies and all the stuff they do because you have been absolutely abominable when it comes to winning, when it comes to being a team that could be respected. Your actions have a lot to do with why it keeps going, bro. When was the last time you won a Super Bowl? I'll say it like this. When was the last time I won one? 1984, that was 42 years ago. When was the last time you won a playoff game? That's easy. 2002, 2003 season. You haven't won a playoff game in 23 years. You have been absolute dumpster fire. You have had all kinds of crazy scenarios, coaches firing, this, that, people wanting to defect from your team, leaving. Just, you have so much bad reputation that people now actually don't even look at you like they did before. Before, people were actually thinking we were getting railroaded. Now, they think we absolutely did everything they said. Why not? You're the Raiders. You got Stephen A. Smith, who's a damn Steeler fan. He's the biggest guy in the game. He talks about you like a dog. Nobody comes to your defense. All the Ryan Clarks and Shannon Sharps and Skip Baylesses and all these people, bro, who are modern media titans, no pun intended, they get to sit up there and talk about you like a dirty ass dog, and nobody comes to your defense. The people who could come to your defense, they don't invite. The people who could come to your defense aren't sitting on that panel. They make it absolutely imperative that there won't be any Raider fans on those podium seats. Every time I look, I don't watch First Take. I stopped watching them years ago because I just got tired of them being able to say whatever they want about us and nobody coming to our defense. But everybody else has a representative up there. Okay? It's very easy to find out to know who's the fans of whose team because they make it clear. You got Stephen A. Smith, Steeler fan. Ryan Clark, Steeler fan. Of course, he played for the Steelers. Marcus Spears, Cowboy fan. When Skip was there, Cowboys. Teddy Bruschi, Patriots. Mike Greenberg, Jets. Just constant people up there. Nobody represents you on any type of major media show at all. Do you have people that can do it? Yes. But where are they? Where's Louis Riddick at? Louis Riddick is very, very good. Color commentary, very good. Television guy, analyst. You don't see him nowhere because he's Raider. He's pro Raider. He's not on anything. And if you think I'm making it up, just look at all the ones you watch. Okay? Outside of Fox, because you have Howie Long. But Howie was been there since the beginning. You can't use Howie Long because Howie Long is an outlier. Howie Long is somebody who was there at the beginning. Okay? You looked at ESPN when they first started, back when Chris Berman and Tom Jackson were doing their thing when I was in high school and when I was coming up. Tom Jackson, what is he? He's a Bronco. What did he do? Sit up there and talk crazy about the Raiders all day. Nobody comes to your rescue because there's nobody to come to your rescue. The only time a Raider gets called to be on the TV, now Charles Woodson is getting some love, but he's getting more on the college end. Okay? He's there as a contributor. He comes in on Fox, but he's mostly in the college when he's doing his college stuff because of his Michigan pedigree. Okay? Who do you have that you can look at that's not named Howie Long who you can't use? You can't use Howie. Howie's an absolute media titan himself. But he came in before everything else. I'm talking about anybody else that's new. Okay? When they needed to get somebody new there at Fox, who did they bring in? They brought in Jimmy Johnson. What is Jimmy Johnson? A Cowboy. Okay? After Jimmy Johnson decided to leave, who did they bring in? Rob Gronkowski, a Patriot. See what I'm saying? These are the things that I've been noticing. Now, every time I've had this discussion to other people who aren't fans of my team, well, what about John Madden? Come on, bro. John Madden is way back in the late 70s, bruh. Okay? Him and Pat Summerall. You can't even, that doesn't even count. And when John Madden did the Super Bowl, John Madden and Pat Summerall, for those of you guys who really care, were the TV and color commentator and the main commentator in Super Bowl 18 when the LA Raiders beat the Washington Redskins 38-9. If you go watch that telecast, you can watch it in full on YouTube. You'll see John Madden, absolutely, who's an absolute Raider GOAT, who, when you want to play a game on your computer, you're going to be playing Madden, was absolutely straight. He was just neutral the whole time, dog. At no time did you see John Madden on there cheering for the Raiders or acting like he was with the Raiders at all, bro. He did his job correctly, bro. But then you see these other guys, they can't help to show their bias. All right? So, when it comes back to Maxx Crosby is just the most bankable, the most media-driven Raider alive. Until Mendoza gets drafted, Mendoza gonna be there too. Right now, Maxx is him. When I saw the interview, I saw Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd is from Las Vegas. Let's get these likes up, you guys. Colin Cowherd's from Las Vegas. He lives in that market. Sometimes he acts like he likes us. Sometimes he acts like he doesn't. When he's talking to Maxx, he said the first thing he did, he didn't even mince no words. He's like, Maxx, what's going on, man? We're hearing this and that. And Jay Glazer said that they're so confident they'll put their face up and say their name. They used to be like, oh, man, an anonymous source said, oh, we got somebody in the building. Now they're just showing their funky faces now. Okay? So Maxx came out and said, man, I learned my lesson. I used to want to say, because somebody told me, oh, man, I was through with Maxx when Maxx was trying to keep AP and he said he wanted to get traded and all that. Maxx said, I learned from that. This is a man who had to learn on his own. He didn't have a coach there long enough to teach him the ropes. This man is on his sixth coach. He's only been in the league 8 years. Okay? He had to learn. He said, hey, man, I learned my lesson, bro, to just come and do my job, man. Like, I used to think, oh, I want to, I need to say something. I want to play with this guy. I want this guy to be my coach. He said, man, I don't do that anymore. I come in, I just want to be the best football player I could be, man. That's not my business. Maxx says none of this stuff is none of his business. Who's the coach? None of his business. Who's on the opposite bookend side of him being the other edge rusher? None of his business. Who his DC is? None of his business. What happened with Derek Carr? None of his business. Why didn't Ashton Genty get the ball? None of his business. He's like, man, I'm been in, I ain't in it. Which is the smartest thing he could have said. So he's like, hey, I don't say nothing. I go into the facility. He had on all Raider gear from head to toe. He was at the facility. He's making it clear he's there. I'm rehabbing. I just had surgery, bro. And I don't say nothing. I don't talk to nobody. But now people are running around trying to act like they're my PR. He has in people that he pays to do that. Maxx Crosby has a whole agent. Maxx Crosby has PR through the Raiders, probably himself. He has brands. He has a podcast. He has his own clothing line. Maxx doesn't need Jay Glazer running around speaking for him, but so many people, including a lot of you guys out there, absolutely bit the apple, bro. And you just don't know no better. You're being manipulated, bro. You're being manipulated. They got you guys all in crisis mode. They got you guys running around being chastised by all these other fan bases. Patriots, oh man, Maxx is gonna come to us. He doesn't want to play for you guys no more. Oh man, oh the Cowboys, all these people coming to you because you're a Raider fan, and they're coming over there giving you the business, bruh. They're hitting you up under the ribs. They jugging you up under the ribs, bruh. And you know who's coming to save you? Nobody. No one, bro. Nobody's apologizing to you as a fan, Mark Davis, as an owner, Tom Brady and the other Tom and the other Egon guy and those other dudes, no apologies given. Spike Tech, Sandra Douglas Morgan, no apology. We said it. What are you going to do about it? You're not going to do anything, Raiders. You're here to be used. You're here to be used as leverage. People can say that they're going to come and be your coach when they haven't even done an interview to get another job. Quarterbacks can act like they're interested to get a higher bag. Players can decide that I don't want to play for you anymore in the middle of the season, get traded, talk about you when you're not talking about them. It just goes on and on and on and on, bro. Okay? And it's going to continue to be like that. All right? My job over here is to tell you the truth, bro. It's not my job to make you believe it. I don't care. All I know is when I say what I say, it could be that day, it could be a month from now, it could be a season and a half, it could be a half a season. It always comes back to be correct. That's all I got. That's all I care, bro. I'm like Maxx is like growing into be like how his Uncle Shaq is. I'm just here so I don't get fined, bro. I'm here so I don't get fined. I go to work. I bust my ass. I do what I'm supposed to do. I don't talk, but my name is in your mouth. Everybody wants to act like they know me like that and all of that. So, what are you going to do about it? I don't know what you're going to do about it. I don't know what you're going to do about it. A lot of you guys were really upset behind this, or you're blaming Maxx, telling them to get out of here. And you're in constant crisis mode, bro. They want you to be in constant crisis mode. Because if you're in constant crisis mode, you're not thinking about what the bottom line is, and that's winning. You ain't even thinking about winning because they got you constantly putting out little fires here and there, bro. Keeping you busy. Busy work. Defending your team. Defending Maxx. Defending your players. Defending why you're a fan. When was the last time you won a Super Bowl? When's the last time this and that? You have to understand, if you're going to be in this fan base, bro, you're going to have to police yourself, bro. You're going to have to, you're not 12, you're not 2 or 3 years old no more, bro. You got to go and wipe your own ass now. You got to clean up after yourself. You know when your mama got to the age where you started being musty and all of that shit, where you started having old deer under the armpits, and mom's like, you need to get your ass in the shower. You stink. Like, you ain't even smelling it. You nose blind, dog. You 14. You jumped into puberty, and now you're walking around stinky and musty, and ain't nobody telling you, bruh. Your mama's not here to help you be a Raider fan, dog. And if she is here, salute. But the bottom line is you're going to have to police yourself, dog. That's what I've been doing for 52 years, policing myself, not allowing myself to fall for the tricks, the parlor tricks, and the sleight of hand by the media, bro. They play this fan base so much, man. It's absolutely sad how much you guys get played, bro. You guys get played so much, and then you get mad at me when I tell you you're being played. You get pissed at me. Fans come over here, I have to block the shit out of them, and then later on down the line, I get told by 2 or 3 people I was right. I mean, if I did this to be right, I wouldn't get shit. It wouldn't be worth it to me. It wouldn't. Because I'm fighting continuous dragons, bro. Doesn't matter. This dragon has 14 heads, bro. I took one of these Raider swords off of this logo, and I took the other one off, and I just started lopping heads off, bro. Okay. There's more coming out. I'm going to be doing this for my rest of my life. I made a decision. I am a defender of the shield, bro. I'm going to defend it until I can't, until I'm gone. I made my mind up long ago. You're going to have to make your mind up. are you going to continuously be played? Because a lot of you guys fell for that Jay Glazer shit. You guys ran down the block. I'm like, that's all it takes, bro? All it takes is one dude who you seen on TV every blue moon. He's not even a main dude on there. For you to run around like you've been running around, man, that's all it takes. And they just sitting back laughing at you, bro. Let's just plant some shit. Let's just plant a rumor. Y'all run down the block. And I was like, man, don't be running behind that. Oh, Shaq, they said, oh, Shaq, did you see? Ah, ah. You guys are running around screaming, man, like a chicken with no head. And I keep telling you guys, man, stop falling for it, bro. Stop it. Stop, man. Use your common sense. But common sense isn't so common, is it? Okay? But the media, they have permission to do all of this to you because you're like the the bum that's on the street, bro. Like, who's really defending you? You're sitting there, man, with the cover over your head, bro, in front of the 7-Eleven, and somebody kicks the shit out of you, bro, and you pull the covers up and you don't know who it is. What are you going to do? Call the police? Say somebody kicked you? Well, do you have a description? No, I don't know. Well, shit. Well, when you get a description, let us know. These guys are kicking you and waiting for you to pull the covers off. Hey, Raider fan, it's Jay Glazer. He doesn't want to play for you anymore. I can guarantee it. Only for the next day for Maxx to come out and say he didn't say it. What did he say? I saw both interviews. He said, it gets tiring that I have to keep coming out here saying it over and 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 over again, bro. So he's tired of it, but he's like, I better say something. If not, then it's going to be, the narrative is going to be that, and that's what it is. Huh? So, what are we going to do about it? Well, I know what I already did about it. I did what I needed to do years ago. Probably longer than you guys have been alive. I'm a Raider, bro. It doesn't matter what anybody says to me, man. As long as you ain't putting your hands on me and you ain't saying nothing racial, you're good. I don't care. Okay? I'm not listening to nobody. I'm just waiting for us to land this defensive coordinator, get my coach after he wins the Super Bowl on Sunday, hopefully, draft my #1 quarterback in Fernando Mendoza, and start cooking the shit out of everybody in the National Football League. That's what I want to do. I don't ever want to be friends with them. I don't ever want their approval. I never want nothing from them. We're enemies. I'm good with it. I am comfortable in that. I have the people that I love. I have the people that I like. I have the people that I don't give a shit about. And I have the people who I don't care whether or not they're on fire butt naked on the freeway. That's it. I would recommend that you start splitting up who you listen to, who you pay attention to, who you're going to allow to get you emotional about. If they're known to be a hater, why are you listening to them? See, I know my threshold. My threshold is that I can't stand liars, bro. I can't stand liars. I can't stand people who don't have credibility, bro. I just can't stand that, bro. I don't even want to engage. I do what's best for me. I cut people off, bro, at the kneecaps. There's a lot of people who know me, grew up with me, who are Raider fans and fans of other teams, who know I wouldn't talk to them if they were the last person on the planet, bro. You're walking around with no calf muscles. You don't have no feet, toes. You don't have no damn shins, because I cut your damn legs off at the kneecaps. You're stubby. You're stubby, homie. We're never going to ever, bro, ever am I listening to anything you say. Period. Now, maybe you're not ready to be to that level yet. But don't blame them for doing what they've been doing to you. You don't get to blame Jay Glazer, homie. You don't get to blame him for allegedly not telling the truth because you bought into it, dog. You had a choice to make. When the information came in, you had a choice to believe it or not. You chose to believe it, and you got led astray, ran amok, bamboozled. Somebody got to be the fool, bruh. Somebody got to be the dummy. Somebody got to be the clown. Somebody got to be the one walking around or walking in the walls. Somebody got to be the crash test dummy. I know it's never me. That I know. It's never me. You might want to try to take my advice. You got to start looking at the messenger. Who do you follow? Who do you listen to? Who do you watch? What groups are you in? Okay? Now me on Facebook, I'm in about 50 different Raider groups, bro. I didn't apply to be in those Raider groups. I got added into these Raider groups. I'm in like 50 of them, dog. A lot of them. I ain't gonna say their names on here. Some of them are good, some of them aren't that good, and some of them are shitty. But I'm in them all. Okay? And you know what I do? I take my content, I post my content in there. That's what I do. I post my videos in there for anybody that's interested in watching and hearing what I got to say. I don't try to make somebody believe what I got to say. Now, in those groups, there's always people in there that are roaches with Raider hats. There's team twerkers in there, and there's Stripper Nation members. They always talking about me. They come on my post, say whatever, say stupid stuff, even saying derogatory shit. You know what I do? I never respond. I never respond because if you want to talk to me, you got to come to me, homie. I got a whole channel right here on YouTube. Almost hitting 15,000 subs, bro. Here every day. All you got to do is be brave enough to bring your raggedy buck tooth ass in here and say what you got to say to me. I don't got time to answer posts. I don't got time to respond to comments with people who don't even have their faces on. I got to deal with that here. But at least here, I know I'm telling you to your face what I got to tell you. That's number one. Number two, and then we'll read your comments. Number two, when we do start winning, and it will happen, when we do start winning, when we do start putting our foot to their asses, I've seen it and a lot of us have seen it. A lot of you guys have not seen that kind of domination, okay, where we absolutely dominated. Like there was a time when we were kids, the Raiders were the kings of Monday Night Football. Do a Google search and put Raiders Kings of Monday Night. You're going to see we never lost. Every time, we didn't matter who we played. We're on Monday Night Football, we're beating your ass. Whether we're on the road, whether we're at home, it did not matter. We were the kings. We had the best record. Always won. Now you can't even buy a win. Okay? When we start beating their brains in again, and it's looking pretty good because if you look at your enemies and see what they're saying, they're already trying to slander Fernando Mendoza, and he hasn't even been drafted yet. They're already mad because we got Clint Kubiak coming. They're not happy, bro, because we're making moves. All right? If we can get Jim Schwartz, we can trade a fourth or we got 3 fourths. We could trade a fourth to get him in the building as a defensive coordinator. This is the guy who gave Myles Garrett back-to-back depoys. We get him. We get a bomb-ass OC. We get our players. We're going to start beating their heads in, you guys. And you know what's going to happen? the same exact thing. Lies. Make it up as you go along. Say something absolutely crazy. And if you're dumb enough to fall for it, I don't have any type of sympathy for you. Okay? But what you got to do is make a personal decision. It's not my job. My job is just to try to guide you to the water. I can't make you drink a damn drop. The media is always going to be able to get away with whatever they say about you, because you didn't defend yourself correctly. And the way you would have defended yourself was to grab these Vincent Thomas Lombardi Memorial trophies like you were supposed to. Since you didn't, your reputation is shot. Even when you win, they're going to say you shouldn't have won. Even when you have done whatever you were supposed to do, they're still going to say you're wasting somebody's career. Why don't you let us have them? Why do you need to have a Maxx Crosby? You guys aren't even any good. Maybe because we drafted Maxx Crosby. Maybe we drafted him and he's our player until further notice. No, you're the Raiders. You don't deserve a Maxx Crosby. You don't deserve an Allegiant Stadium, which is the second most expensive stadium on the planet. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve that to have a Pro Bowl there. You don't deserve to have the best, draft weekend ever, because I was there. You don't deserve nothing. You don't deserve Mendoza. You don't deserve anything. All you need to do is continuously be there for us to kick you in the teeth. And until you decide, as a fan base, as an organization, as a personnel grouping, and as a coaching staff, that is us versus everybody, no matter what they say, your ass is going to continuously fall for the parlor tricks, the absolute Aesop fables that you fall for all the time. And I know it because you hit me up every time anything is being said. You want to run it by me. I say the same shit. Dude, really? You going to believe that? Well, man, he said, and this is blah, 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 and they're this, and this guy says that. Come on, dog. Do your homework on Jay Glazer, dog. I did. You can go back a year ago and see articles on Reddit, Facebook, and everywhere else saying, how is Jay Glazer? Not me. Don't look at me. I didn't say it. I'm just telling you what's all over the media, all over the internet. Why is Jay Glazer allowed to continuously lie about everything? Not lying just about other teams, but the difference is those other teams that they feel that Jay Glazer and others are making stuff up, they come to the defense of their team. That's why they back off. You buy into it. And that's why. Okay? So, that is the reason why the media is allowed to continuously lie about Maxx Crosby and the Raiders. This is way older than you. All the way back to Pete Rozelle and Al Davis. You need to go back. If you haven't watched Al Davis versus the NFL, ESPN 30 for 30 documentary, you need to go back and watch that shit again. As a matter of fact, it should be mandatory watching every year for you to keep yourself aware of why you are where you are, why they call bullshit on you, why you score a touchdown, they throw a flag hella late, why they threw the index card at your ass, why it was a fumble, you never heard of the tuck rule in your life, and you haven't heard it since, to keep you from winning. You have to be better than the refs. You have to be better than your opponent, and you have to be better than the media. Then you'll be able to call yourself a ringer. Because every ring we won, we had all of that against us. And we still won. Oh, they called back a touchdown? Madden, run that again. We're going to run the same play, Stabler to Branch, go route. We're going to run it again, and we score the next time. Be that good, and you won't have anything to worry about. But if you're going to keep being a victim, you're going to stay one. All right? Let me go back and start reading comments. All right? See what's going on with you guys. All right? Let me start with my people. Patrice, with the $4.99 dono, stop playing with Maxx. Max's name, Jay Glazer, Buster, weirdo. Hey, man, he hasn't apologized. Okay? He's going to keep lying. All right? Who else is on here? Gave me a dono. Yvonne Holland, what's up, Yvonne? With the $9.99 dono. Hi, Matthew. Have a great weekend. Max is still a Raider. Let's hope you stay a Raider. Anything can still happen, though. I mean, Maxx doesn't have a no-trade clause. He could be moved. But as of now, Maxx said that he didn't say any of that. All right? If he gets traded, he gets traded. All right? Okay? So let's get back to the beginning, start from the beginning, and start over. Okay? Isaiah Butler in the building. What's going on? Jamal, how about them Cowboys? Hey, Jamal, man, I hope you weren't believing that Maxx going to the Cowboys stuff, bro, at this point. I mean, I hope you didn't buy into all of that crap. Because right now, it doesn't look like that's happening. I'm pretty sure, my new coach, Clint Kubiak, wants a whole Maxx Crosby. I mean, I wouldn't have took the job if I was Clint Kubiak if I knew that the Raiders was getting rid of Maxx Crosby. I'd be like, I don't want to be there, dog. I don't want that. Because he's going to get blamed for it. The Raiders moved Maxx Crosby, he's going to get blamed for it. Oh, man, Kubiak didn't want Maxx. They're going to come up with all this other shit. And the fans, they're good at lying on you, too, because who's there to stop them? You're not going to do nothing. What are you going to do? You're not going to do anything. Okay? All right. Patrice in the building, UM and UF. Eglatizi, what's going on, Eglatizi? Okay? Daniel Berry Sports, what's going on, DB? Okay? Unknown Raider guy, what's going on, man? What's good? Hey, man, it's Friday night. Wife's in there chefing it up. I've been on twice today. Make sure you watch both lives. I figured I'd come over there and give you two for the price of one. This is one of those Uncle Shaq lives. I'm here as your uncle. I'm here to try to tell you, bruh. I'm telling you, I heard some stuff about Christine, dog, from some of the homies. They say she a toss-up. I don't think you need to be falling in love, dog. Take that ring back. Nephew, take that ring back. That's not it. Okay? I'm telling you. Justice Saw in the building. Antoine Jackson in the building. Okay, what's going on? What's goody? All right, man. Egalitarian. I watched that Colin Cowherd interview with Maxx Crosby. Do yourself a favor and watch it. Look the man's face. You can always tell the eyes never lie, chica. The eyes never lie. You remember what Tony Montana said when he saw Elvira? He's like, hey, she ain't liking you, but how do you know? The eyes, chica, they never lie. I mean, I'm trying to tell you, look at Max's face. Does that look like a guy that would be bold-faced lying, bro? If you can't tell, if you as old as you are, if you can't tell when you're being lied to, man, you got more important things than to be worried about if Maxx is being traded or not. You should be able to look at somebody's face and know if they're capping. You should be able to really look at them and tell. Okay, all right, man. Justice Saw said Jay Glazer can't make it up. Yeah, man, I see what you're saying. Okay, all right, man. Mr. IHOP in the building. Raider Nation said, and do what Blaze won for the nation. Okay, yeah, I'm back, man, but I won't be back again. I won't be back again. All right, this is the last one for the night. Sarah K. Skizzle. What's up, Sarah? How you doing, Sarah? How you feeling? Okay, I know you just had a great family accomplishment with this wedding, and you know your nephew getting that yes. Salute to you and the family. Okay, it's a great time. It's a great time. Okay, all right, man. Okay, straight up, Miss P, man, what's going on, Queen P? All right, Carlos Sanchez. They don't want us to have Maxx anymore. No. And to be honest with you, the media have done a great job with getting rid of your guys, too. I mean, they did it with Khalil Mack. All I've been doing is seeing John Gruden. He was at Oakland Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, man. I saw some of the pictures that he had. He was actually there, went inside. That place is, it's sad to see the condition that it's in, but the memories that were in there. Um, and seeing him talking to Rich Gannon on the street in San Francisco. I mean, he just been constantly trying to let you know that he still has those Raider juices flowing right now. All right, man. Salute to the Goonie Googos. Thanks for the donations from Yvonne Holland and Patrice. Thank you, P. All right, man. Okay, salute to all you guys. Tom, we're still popping. We're always gonna be popping, bro. Give me a chance to come out here, smoke a cigar. Let wife handle my son. Get him ready for the night. Get some dinner. Finish watching these Netflix shows that I've been waiting to watch. Right? All right. Justice Sasa, and don't forget the Condor is doing these interviews in his Raider gear. You can't make it up. Like I said before, man. Like I said, you can't save everybody. It's not my job. I mean, I'm not Martin Luther King, bro. I'm not Martin Luther the King. I'm not here to save y'all and try to make y'all form Voltron with us, bro. I'm more Malcolm than I am more Malcolm X than I am Martin Luther King. I salute to Martin Luther King, but I'm definitely militant. When it comes to this, bro, hey, man, sometimes you got to let people collateral damage, bro. Hey, the lifeboats are right there. I know I'm getting in one. I don't know what you're going to do. But if you're trying to hold me down so you can get in a lifeboat, you're going to drown, bro. You're going to drown, Raider fan. I'm getting in mine. I'm not going to perish with this sinking ship, okay? I'm not doing it, all right? I'm going to be right there being reported, okay? Live eyewitness news. Raider Nation is sinking. Okay, we have a Raider fan here. What's your name? Matthew Shack Unfiltered. So what's going on? Hey, man, try to tell these fools, bro, they better get into a lifeboat, man. Stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Film at 11. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, damn, I'm not dying behind this at all. I'm telling you that now. All right. Maxx is always wearing silver and black. Okay, some idiot Mad Maxx was disconnected from the team, but he's clearly wearing his Raider gear, and he was at the facility. How is he disconnected if he's at the facility, bro? You could tell he was in the locker room, bro. You could tell where he was at. The man had a damn cut-off hoodie that said Raiders on. You know he's in there lifting, getting his shit together. Had on his Scully and all that. He's making a point. He could have wore anything he wanted. Oh, he just wore it because he had to? Now Maxx could wear whatever he wanted to wear. He didn't have to do it there. He could have did it. He has a studio where he does his show at. He could have went to his studio in Vegas and did it. No, he did it there to prove a point. Stop lying on me, bro. But they're not going to stop. They're not. Okay? Straight up. Okay? All right, man. Dan Lopez, you got to earn respect to get respect. Facts. Too easy to disrespect the Shield because we haven't done anything to earn respect in decades. Hopefully the tide changes sooner than later. Well, man, I was talking to the most important woman that I know this afternoon. My wife. My wife is a Ravens fan. I've seen my wife's team win a Super Bowl. We were actually together when she won her last one against the 49ers when they cut the lights off. And I was just kind of telling her, she was saying, what's going on with all this stuff? Because she hears my live. She listens, she can hear me. It's not hard to hear me. So she was like, what's going on with all the stuff you were talking about earlier? And we were picking up, I'm going to go pick my son up. And I told her, and she was like, you know what? You guys are on your way up. You guys are going to, they're worried about it. She goes, I'm going to tell you, they're worried about it. They're worried about you guys are finally going to not be the kicking mule anymore. All right. She goes, and when it happens, you're going to be in a good mood. I said, I'm already in a good mood. She said, but you're going to be in a better mood. I was like, yeah, you're right. She goes, and I hope it happens soon because I need you to be in a good mood. I was like, yeah, me too. Okay. So at the end of the day, man, I got my support group. I got y'all. I got my friends. I got my family. I don't need to worry about what the media talking about, man. I can care less, man. Jay Glazer get up there, man, with a little swole fire hydrant looking ass all he wants to. I never believed anything that came out of his mouth from the beginning, and I said it on here 2 days ago. I didn't believe it. Matter of fact, it was yesterday. It wasn't 2 days ago. I didn't believe it. Okay? All right? Justice Sauce said, I'm liking what I'm hearing and seeing from that kid, Fernando. Well, I saw a little clip of it. I'm not spending a lot of time watching all this stuff, dog. I got other things popping. But I did see Fernando was at sit-down interview somewhere in Frisco doing something. And some people were saying, Raiders to him. Now, understand, Fernando Mendoza went to Cal. Fernando Mendoza, that's in Berkeley. And Berkeley is right next to Oakland. So he understands, and he said Raider fans are they have loyalty and they're passionate. He goes, everywhere I've gone, they've been very vocal, letting me know all of this. And he just, very media savvy and media driven. He's saying, well, whoever drafts me, I'm going to give them this and that, and I'm going to give my best and that and the other. He's very, very media savvy, bro. This is not a guy that's going to say nothing crazy. Well, how come he didn't say he's going to the Raiders? Because he's media savvy, bro. That's not what you say when you're in this position, bro. He's showing that he has the capability and the intelligence and the absolute charisma to be a leader, bro. That's what you do, dog. Why you think Maxx said, hey, man, I'm not doing that stuff anymore. I'm not defending myself every 5 minutes. I'm not going to talk about I want this guy and that guy. So that's not my job. Just do my job. That's it. Play hard. Come in here. He goes, I'm the first one here every day. He said, man, I'm here before 6 a.m. I'm here from 6 to 2. I do an 8-hour shift. I'm like, man, what's there to talk about? What are you going to do? Keep fielding rumors every 5 seconds? He's got to focus. He's got to get ready for the season, bro. This man had his whole knee scoped. He don't got time to be playing around with y'all, man. Especially you Raider fans that don't got no support. He hears everything. It used to bother him. I saw him last season when he was talking about, man, what do I need to do, man? Why are y'all coming at me all crazy? He's starting to be, detached. He's starting to be like how I am. Dog, I don't got time for none of that shit. Okay? On the grass is all I care about, bro. Everything else is just noise. All right? 1, 2, 3. What's going on? Raider Nation for life out there in Salt Lake City, bro. What's going on out there in Salt Lake, big dog? What's happening? Rosetown. What's going on, Rosetown native, man? You can't make it up. I mean, we can't make it up, but Jay Glazer can make it up as he goes along. I mean, this dude really was acting like he talked to Maxx himself. Oh, yeah, man, I guarantee you. I'm like, come on, bruh. 24 hours later, man, no one's saying nothing. He's just acting like he didn't say the shit. All right? Unknown Raider guy says they want us to fail. They've been wanting us to fail. Okay, Tom said media talk smack. They've been doing it for over almost 60 years, bro. Long time. And they're going to continue to do it. The difference is, are you going to still be sitting on 3 Super Bowls 20 years from now? When I'm an old crotchety ass cat, am I still going to be a 3-ringer? If I am, it'll show justifiably why they're allowed to do what they do. All right. Cynthia Vanderpat in the house, man. What's going on from the Netherlands out there, man? Clean beans in the building. Gilbert, what's going on, Gil? James Frippo, man, with that name. Okay, long as hell. All right, held out. Right, straight up. E Trizzle, what's going on, E Trip? How you feeling, 3-ringer? You feeling good? Okay. All right, man. I feel great. Objectivity. What a dope ass name. Objectivity. But when does it end, Shaq? Why do they keep ishing on the Raiders? That's what they're here for. They're here to make your job difficult. A lot of you guys picked the Raiders for whatever reason you picked them for. But you didn't know that you didn't read the fine print, because I know I didn't. I thought this was going to last forever. When I came into the Raiders was a heyday. When I became a fan, by the time I'm my age now, I'll be sitting on 10 championships. I haven't won a championship since I was in detention in high school. The last time I won one, I was in detention, bruh. I kept sending notes over there to Susie Q over there, dog. And I got called to the office and got put in detention. And I get out in 10 minutes and practice starts in 5 minutes. So guess what? I got to run all the way across campus, put on my shit, show up to practice late, and I got to start running for being late. So, hey man, that's all I know. I don't know about all this other stuff, but I know what I'm not doing. I'm not listening to anybody who's known to be a hater of this team. Even if you are a fan, I don't listen to you. Harold Green. I learned to ignore these people. Haters gonna hate. Like the simplest things that we say are the hardest things to do. When people say, oh, haters gonna hate. Let a hater do its job. Da 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 da. All of that is beautiful, bro. All of those cliches and all those things that we like to say. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. All that stuff that we learned how to say when we was 7 years old, it's harder to live it down. It's harder to actually use it and apply it in your life. That's the struggle. Because somebody's going to say something that's going to piss you off. But are you going to still be able to, hold your head? Hold your head up. My team won 3 games last year, dog. My team in the past 3 seasons, my team has won 11 games in 3 years. Both of these teams that are playing right now, the team that we beat in the Patriots won 11 games this year. It's taken us 3 seasons to win 11 games. Are you still gangster? I am. It's about to go down. Okay? Christopher Lorenzo in the house. What's going on? Holy roller, you already know what it is. Al Davis beat the NFL. They don't like. Al Davis is the only human being that ever lived that sued the NFL and won. He actually sued the NFL and won. And when he won, when he tried to get that $100 million in damages, the jury awarded him $1 and the right to move his team to LA. He didn't get any damages. None. Facts. Yvonne, Matthew, I was 15. My brother, who was a diehard Steeler fan, taunted me to death. I had to run to my bedroom closet. I was bawling my head off. My dad, a Raider fan, had to rescue me. Well, like I said, man, you learn to be the strongest with your own family. Your family will make you or break you. And Yvonne, that might have been true. I know it wasn't Mike, because you're telling me that you cried. It was definitely traumatic, but it made you into who you are today. Made you into the tough and strong woman you are today. I am a member of a family that's 49er fans, bro. I had 4 people in my house. 3 of them were Niner fans. And I'm the only Raider to this day. Unless my son decides that he wants to be one, and I'm not forcing him. Whatever he wants to do is what he's going to do. I am still the only member of my family that's a Raider fan, bro. And it made me be how I am. That's how I know so much. My father would quiz me. What's up with your Raiders? What you gonna do? And my dad would be doing that, and I'd have to know what I was talking about. So it benefits me for me to have this channel because I've been fighting these battles my whole life. I've been dealing with this forever. So for me, it's easy work. It's not even hard. It's not hard for me to come over here and do what I do, bro. It's easy. I do it every day. Okay? All right. Straight up. Maurice Ross, what's good? Okay. Here, no roaches allowed. Let Mad Max leave him alone. He's a Raider. Well, Max isn't. He just had to come out and say what he had to say because it was getting crazy. When Jay Glazer said, I had 20 teams asking me if it was true, and I said yes. Jay Glazer, you just lied to 20 teams, bro. That man lied to 20 football teams, bro. I mean, you can't make it up. Patrice, thank you for that dono, P. Appreciate you, girl. Tell Mom said hello. All right. Jay Glazer even admitted that he's the one that said all of that, not Maxx. Is that true, Justice? Jay Glazer even admitted that he's the one that said all of that and not Maxx? How do you do that? How do you come in the day after and say, "Oh no, I was the one that said it," and nothing happens? Isn't the media supposed to be believable? I mean, what does President Trump say? Fake news. There's fake news, bro. He made that shit up. He just said it. If he said that, it's fake news. I mean, do you guys feel bad for believing him? That's the question I want to ask. How do you guys feel about falling for it? I mean, I'd be mad if I fell for it. I'd be pissed. Not at him. I'd be mad at myself, man. How can I be that stupid, bro? How can I be that dumb to believe somebody who just told you after that he said it himself? You've been sitting on all these. I mean, who's gonna really invite you to the show unless you made up some shit? This dude went up there and made up a whole story, bro. Still doesn't explain why you believed him, though. Go pick up that Mad Max hoodie. Go pick up that other stuff, man. Get ready for all the new merch that's coming out. If you think that we're not going to have new merch for everything that's happening, you would be mistaken. You'd be absolutely mistaken if you think that I don't have all the merch to go with all this stuff that's going on. You would definitely be mistaken, because you should know me by now. Okay? All right, man. Keith England, you're 100% right. I've been a Raider since I was a teenager, even when I played at WVU. I had Raiders posters in my dormitory. We've been like since Al took them fools to court and won. Hey, man, like I said before, man, the truth is undefeated. Okay, Kelly says the thing that Maxx did not say is he wanted to beat the Raiders in those interviews either. See, I was waiting for that. I saw that. Listen to what Kelly Sayer is saying. Kelly Sayer is saying what I saw a lot of people that were saying on all those other blogs and stuff that I'm a member of, that I didn't ask to be, but I'm in it. Maxx didn't say he wanted to be a Raider. I know, and all of you guys that are really in tune with your team knows that Maxx has said it countless times. Does he have to say that every time somebody lies on him, bro? It doesn't matter if he said, I want to be a Raider or not. What matters is that he didn't say any of this at all. Why do I have to defend myself when you got a whole guy who said he made it up? That's the problem. You guys are victim shaming Maxx. Maxx has to say everything to fix something that he didn't even invent. He didn't invent none of this bullshit. But he has to come out and prove that he wants to be with a team after he said it already. He already told you, I'm not going to keep talking about it. I'm not going to keep doing it. You still expect him to do it. That's the problem. That right there shows you guys that I know what I'm talking about. Let me say it to Kelly Ayers, excuse me, not Sayers, Kelly Ayers. Let me say this to you, bro. I don't know if you're a woman or not, so don't take what I say, bro. I just use that's just a euphemism. Your name's Kelly, based on what I see here. I hear what you're saying, Kevin. Oh man, my name ain't Kevin. Yeah, I hear you, Kevin. My name is not Kevin, it's Kelly. Kelly, Kevin. I'm gonna call you Kevin, bro. I'm just gonna call you Kevin because I'd like to call you Kevin instead. You know what you're gonna say? All right, bro, whatever. That's exactly what you're gonna say. You're not gonna keep telling me your name's not Kevin, no matter how many times I call you that. You're not gonna say, dude, stop calling me Kevin, unless your ass is 5. You're just gonna be like, man, this fool, man, my name's Kelly, man. I only got no time to be. I'm not gonna keep saying my name over and over again. My mama named Kelly. I'ma call you Kelly. Nah, your name's Kevin, homie. You're not gonna keep correcting it. But you expect Maxx to every time somebody in the media says he doesn't want to be a Raider, he has to get on TV and sit down and say, I want to be a Raider. He's done with you guys. He's not going to keep doing it. Just like you wouldn't keep doing it, Kevin. It's not going to work. We're not going to keep answering your funky questions, bro. We're not going to keep engaging with you. Didn't I just tell you we have to leave y'all alone, bro? We have to cut you off at the kneecaps. I do it all the time with my index finger. This right here ends all conversation. Come on here. I tell you what I want to tell you. You come back and you say something. I definitely cook you, and then you want to keep saying it. It just gets to the point where I'm not going to keep doing it, and I push the button, and you poof, you disappear. Maxx isn't going to keep coming back saying anything to you guys. You guys are naysayers. You guys are people who want him to keep engaging with you. We're not going to make you relevant because you don't know how to listen. You don't want to hear him when he said it all those other times. You want to hear him say it again. And then the next time a rumor comes out, you want him to say it again. And then the next time. We're not doing that. He said, I'm done. I'm just doing it because it's getting crazy. He doesn't have to keep answering you guys, Kevin. He don't. And I'm going to call you Kevin until you get tired of me calling you Kevin. You're already tired of it. See how that works? Because I know how to be an instigator. I know how to instigate. I know how to piss people off. I'm the prince of pissing people off. I'm really the king, but the prince sounds better. I really know how to get under people's skin, bro. You keep calling your ass Kevin, dog. You don't want to believe Maxx. I don't want to believe your name's Kelly. Your name's Kevin, bro. Because I said so. That's how you handle these people. You see how I handle them? I handle them just like that. I take gloves off. There is no gloves. It's all knuckle. It's all knuckle, bro. Your name's Kevin. I don't have to believe your name's Kelly, just like you don't have to believe Maxx. I don't have to believe you either, Kelly. Oh, excuse me, Kevin. I like Kevin better. So are you going to keep telling me that's not your name? Like I said before, it's too easy, bro. It's too easy. It's like taking candy from a baby, and I wouldn't do that. Maxx don't owe you guys an explanation, bro. Every time you have an inquiry, every time you have an accusation, he has to come in and correct it. He has to set up a whole press conference for Kevin. Nah. He done talking to y'all. Ain't that right, Kev? Big Kev. Rick, what's going on? What's going on, Rick? My dog Rick in the building, man. What's up, Rick? What's happening out there in Jersey? Al Davis pretty much got the NFL down on his knees when he was the commissioner of the NFL. Yeah, man. That whole reason of why the Raiders are the way we are, bro, came from Clark Hunt and the rest of those AFL owners using Al Davis, making him the commissioner for him to sign off on the merger. And then said, you're going to be the commissioner. And I was like, nah, y'all lied. I'm going to go back to my team. So like I said before, bro, I know who I am. I'm very confident in what I am. I'm confident in what I do. There's no cap in me. I'm going to tell the truth. I don't care who don't believe it. Ain't that right, Kevin? I'm good. Okay? But at the end of the day, man, it's you guys' job to be like me or be like how you got to be able to survive, bro. You got to be able to deal with these fools, bro. They're all over the place. They're everywhere, bro. These dudes are all over the place. And like I always like to say, when the truth doesn't work, then they start telling lies. Truth's not working. Maxx didn't say it. But he didn't say that he didn't. See what I'm saying? Maxx didn't bring this up. He was minding his business. Kevin. Too easy, bro. Too easy. All right. Okay. All right, Kelly Lord, man. Love that hat. Thank you, brother. Okay. All right, man. Okay. I hear you, Kevin. Kevin on here, he got all the answers. But he don't have the answers why his name is wrong on his birth certificate. I don't know why it says Kelly on your birth certificate when it's really Kevin. I don't get it. What happened? They spelled your name wrong. Okay? All right. Whittington Thomas in the building, man. I ain't seen you say much, but that's good. Okay, man. All right, man. Israel Mendoza. That's why the media are trying their hardest to get the Raiders to trade the #1 pick. There you go, bro. These people are so mad, dog. They so pissed off, bro. They mad about that Mendoza shit. Soon as the Raiders start doing shit, all of a sudden, the guy that they were saying was all this and that. Now you hear Shady McCoy and all these other guys. Oh man, he's not this, he's not that, he's not this, he's not that. Come on, bro. You didn't say that, man, until you found out he was coming to us. You never said any of that. He's played a whole season, man, been undefeated all year. You could have said it in week 8. You could have said this against Alabama. You could have said this shit against Ole Miss. You could have said this shit way before. Now you know that the Raiders is getting ready to nab him. Now all of a sudden he can't play football now. Now all of a sudden he's this, he's weird, he's that. He's all this crazy shit I'm hearing. All of a sudden, bro, out the blue. I mean, come on, bro. We're not falling for it. I know I'm not. Right, Kevin? Like I said, Kevin, man. Damn, Kevin, man. I don't know what the hell happened, bro. I don't know what happened, bro. Your name's Kevin, dog, because I said so. Jared Sellers in the building. All right, Winton Thomas puffing on that stove. Okay, yeah, I see you. Okay. Jay Glazer admitted yesterday Maxx never said it. Oh, my God. And that he's the only one that said it. Can't make it up. Stop falling for the banana tailpipe, Raider Nation. I mean, come on, Whittington Tom. Come on, bruh. See, here's what it is. A lot of us were brought up in environments that a lie would get your ass kicked. Y'all have never been in a situation where you say the wrong shit. You can say the truth and to get your ass whooped where we're from. Don't let it be a lie. Don't run around talking about you clap Patty at the Christmas party and you didn't clap and it gets back to everybody. Don't let that happen. Then you're going to get your ass absolutely kicked. I've seen it. Dude lying on their PPs and then they get beat the hell up. Like I said, man, you guys have never you never had to stand on business. You never had to stand on business. You can lie, make shit up, and nothing happens. But where we come from, bro, your word is bond, bro. No one will ever believe you again, dog. Chloe might have really gave you some, but we don't believe you because you lied about Patty. You lied about Patty, man, back in 11th grade. We don't believe anything. It really happened. We won't believe you, bro. You're a liar, dog. It don't take one lie, man. We don't believe you anymore. But Jay Glazer, he can just sit up there and just say, yeah, I said it. I knew you said it. I knew you said it yesterday. I mean, damn. Okay, I knew he said it yesterday. Okay, everybody smoking on some good-ass cigars, man. Raider Kendrick said, speak your shit. Hey, man, I'm going to always speak my shit. Because I owe this. I do it for this. I don't do it for any other reason. I do it for this. There's too many people running around here, man, that are one day they're this and the next day they want to come right back. And with their fan bases, they can do that. With their audience, their audience allows them to flip flop and do all of that. You guys hold me to a higher standard, bro. I can never get away with what these other guys get away with. I can never get away with it. You guys would never let me live it down if I said something absolutely ridiculous and then came on here and act like I didn't say it. Y'all be all over me, bro. I know that. But then again, I don't have to worry about that because I don't live my life to impress you. I live my life the way I live it. My mother always told me, it ain't your job to fix a lie. It's your job to make sure it's not true. My mother always told me that. I live by that. It's not my job to run around and correct lies. My job is not to be it. As long as my family knows I ain't did it, as long as my real friends know I didn't do it, and as long as the police know I didn't do it, you can say whatever you want to say. I don't give a shit. But what you're not gonna do is come over here and say it to me, because then it's personal. That was personal. That's why Maxx came on the TV and he had more than one interview. Why? Because it was personal that you actually acted like I said some shit. Like he said, these guys are running around acting like they're my PR. These guys are walking around acting like they're representing me, bro. It's personal. I bet you Jay Glazer will never get an interview with Maxx. I guarantee you he'll never be able to sit down and say shit. All right. DJ Boy, what's going on? All right, man. You guys talking about them cigars. That's dope. Antoine Jackson. All right, man. Dope. Yeah, Raiders are going to come back to dominate real quick. Okay? All right, man. K-Boss said, man, that was foul. Hey, man, but who's going to do something about it, bro? My coach, the late, great John Madden, and I can't wait for that movie to come out. 2 Academy Award winners are going to be playing Al Davis and John Madden in this movie. I cannot wait for that movie to come out, bro. I cannot wait. We're going to probably do a watch party and watch that shit together. There's a clip that you could find of John Madden. And John Madden said, yeah, man. They say we're dirty. They say we're this. We say we're that. He said, yeah, we're dirty. What are you going to do about it? That's Raiders. That's what a Raider is. Yeah, we're everything you say we are. What are you going to do about it? Because back then you couldn't do shit. That's the difference. We're not that anymore. But I'm from that era. I'm cut from that cloth. That's my foundation. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Not going to do shit. Ain't that right, Kevin? You thought I forgot? Come on, Kev. Like I said, there's a way to handle these guys. You don't handle them. You don't even know you don't know if they're living under a bridge. You don't know if they're sleeping on a park bench. You don't know nothing about them, nor does it matter. Don't mean nothing to me. Maxx is not going to sit up there and talk about and say, I want to be a Raider every 5 minutes, bro. He said it enough. He's done. But Jay Glazer, he made it up. And he admitted it, but you guys are asking him why he didn't say more. Instead of going to the guy that lied, instead of going to the guy that says, oh no, it was me saying that. How come you didn't go and talk to him? Because you're one of them. You're one of them. That's why. When you see somebody doing wrong and they're talking about the other person and not talking about the person who's doing it, they're one of them. K-Boss, well, the Raiders are going to speak up. Where's 12? You guys expect Tom Brady to come to the defense? Tom Brady is already getting cooked right now by the Patriot fans and the Patriots and ex-Patriots and current Patriots because he will not go against Clint Kubiak. He said, I don't have a dog in the fight in this one, y'all. May the best team win. You're not a Patriot. Oh, man. They're going crazy, man, because the greatest player in the history of their team isn't on the boat anymore. Like I told a Patriot fan earlier today, go to that earlier live. Don't waste your time not watching that, because that's just as good as this. When the Patriot fan came on earlier today, and I said then, he was talking about Patriots this, Patriots that. I said, you know what, man? How do you think a Chicago Bulls fan would feel if they made the NBA Finals for the first time since Michael Jordan was on that team, and they asked Jordan, and Jordan said, I don't have a dog in the fight, man. May the best team win. How would you feel to have the GOAT not be rooting for you? The same thing, because Tom Brady is the GOAT and he's not rooting for the Patriots. Doesn't matter if he's rooting for Seattle or not, but he's not rooting for you. That hurts. Them Patriot fans are in shambles, and if they lose this Super Bowl, they're going to even be in more shambles, and that's what I'm hoping. As far as the Raiders are concerned, to Mark Davis's credit, he's about his bag. And if you were about your bag, you wouldn't be complaining about your job as much. You know, people that you work with, all they do is complain the whole time while you're there, bro. The whole time while you're there, they're just bitching and complaining the whole time, dog. Oh, man, they don't give us this. Oh, man, look at these raggedy tools, man. Oh, man, I tried to tell, man. I told Clancy, man, hey, man, we need to have a better, I mean, I need this, man. Oh, man, look at this. The whole time you're at the shift, man, this dude is crying the whole time, dog. But if you went to work and say, hey, man, I'm giving them 8, and that's it. I don't care what they talking about, dog. When Clancy bends the corner to see who's doing their job, he's on the cell phone. This one over here is texting a shooby-dooby that's not answering him back. The other one is sitting on his ass, and you're on that drywall. You won't be having a problem. Just do your job, dog. Do your effing job, fan. Do your job, Raider fan. Do your job. Stop worrying about everybody else that aren't doing their job. That's what I do. I do my job. I don't worry about what nobody else is talking about. Just don't talk to me. Hey, Shaq, look at Oscar, man. Oscar really trying to work hard and shit. Yeah, man, I hear you. Pull the measuring tape out. Hey, man, do you have a quarter-inch drill bit? Maxx doesn't owe you guys an explanation. You guys are peons. He doesn't owe you anything. He's already said it enough. A real man says what he says and moves on. You guys, y'all ain't real men. That's why you need an explanation about everything. Hey, Charlotte, where have you been? Where have you been? It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I was at my mother's house. I went by your mother's house. I didn't see your car. I was at my mother's house. You got more important things to worry about. You don't even know where your girl is. You're worried about Maxx if he's going to say if he's a Raider, but you don't know where your girl is. Come on, bro. Who's tucking in your daughter right now? You don't have no idea. You have no idea, bro. Because there is a restraining order. You can't go within 500 yards of the house. You have no idea what's going on with your kids. Stop it. You got bigger fish to fry. Okay? All right, man. Okay. Since Sincere Evans. What's good? We're chilling. Rick, Al Davis took on the NFL and won. He did. Sincere. What do you think if John Gruden becomes part of the staff? I think he deserves it. The only problem is he's suing the NFL. It's kind of hard to get a job with an organization you're actively suing right now. You're suing the CEO of the NFL in federal court. I don't think that there's a job for him at this point. Now, if he wants to, end his lawsuit and kiss the ring and do all of that, he might get a job. Maybe. Let Chucky handle his business. Then we could talk. Let the smoke clear like this. Then we could talk about Chuck Gavin the job. But right now, the smoke is thick. Okay? All right. Vegan Raider. I like Sean McDermott as DC. I like that too. I like Sean McDermott. I like that. If he wants to take a step back, Schwartz resigned from the Browns. Yes, but Schwartz is still under contract with the Browns for a year. I'm not going to let a whole Jim Schwartz walk around for free. They want compensation, just like Mike Tomlin. I say give him a fourth. We got 3 fourth picks. I think a good DC's worth a fourth. All right. Okay, yeah, congrats on your nephew, Sarah. All right, man, love it. Love it. All right. Okay. Lester Harris deserves to be in the hall. Yes, he does. All right. What's up, Big Busy? Big Busy in the building. Going on, big dog. It's rolled into work. Real Raiders go to work and do his job. Bill's at work right now, dog. Listening to us, doing his job. Not worrying about what nobody else ain't doing. That's what you do, bro. Concentrate on you, bro. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing. All right, man. Okay, straight up, man. All right. Azul! Hey, Azul, what you gonna do, man, when on Sunday after the game, when Sam Darnold's walking around with that trophy and he wins a Super Bowl in your house? Remember when you guys were, oh, man, you guys let the Chiefs win a Super Bowl in your house. You're going to let the Seattle Seahawks win a Super Bowl in your house. I can't wait to hear what you got to say, Azul. You're my dog, man, but you don't get to get away with all that shit you were talking about. All right. Okay. All right, Bill said, man, 11 games in 3 years, just got to laugh and then cuss everyone out. We won 3 games in 11 years. I mean, in 3 years. 4-13? 4-13. 3-14. That's 11, bro. In any math and anywhere, it's taken you 3 years and you haven't even won a complete season yet. That's how bad you've been. That's why they could say whatever they want about you. To put you in your place. They like to be able to have you where they want you at. But pull up in that Maybach. Pull up with that Instagram model that's got 2 million subs on Instagram. Lose 50 pounds. Pop bottles with models. You think they're gonna like you now? Oh, ever since he got that money, ever since he got that girl, he thinks he's better than us. You're never getting along with him, dog. Just make them hurt every time they see you. A lot of you guys want to be Raiders, man, but you don't want to be a Raider, bro. You want to be a Raider, but you don't want to be a Raider, bro. You don't want to be a Raider. You want to be a Raider, but you don't want to be a Raider. A Raider means no one likes you. Nobody fools with you. Nobody respects you. Everybody wants to see you fail. That's what being a Raider is. But being a real Raider, where I came from, was, in spite of all that, I'm the world champion. I'm telling you, bro. Bill knows. Winton Thomas knows. A lot of y'all ringers know. The day after the Super Bowl, the people who didn't like you hated you even more. That's your revenge, bro. Your revenge is success. Your revenge is not explanation. That's not your revenge. Your revenge is not explaining to the haters why. The more you explain, the weaker your position is. Your revenge is winning in spite of them and rubbing it in their effing face. That's what you do. You rub it in their face. Because when I win, I rub that shit to the bone, bro. When we beat the Chiefs, and I said we were beating the Chiefs before the game. It's right here, bro. When I said we were beating the Chiefs on Christmas, it's all on this channel, bro. Everything I say is in the cloud. I can delete my videos as much as I want. It's on the server. When I said we were going to win and we won, I didn't care about what no Chiefs fan had to say. Even Smoking Potts, which is the homie, the four-ringer, the only Chiefs fan I know that can claim the 1969 one, I had to tell him, hey, don't start telling me who's not there. We didn't have Mahomes. We didn't have this guy. We didn't have that guy. We didn't. We had AOC, bro. AOC's done beat you twice as a starter. What are you talking about? I mean, as a player. He's beat you twice. What are you talking about? We beat you with Kenny Two Gloves and AOC. Come on, bro. Geno Smith was benched. That's our starter. You didn't have your starter. I didn't have my starter. I didn't have this guy. But you had a whole Travis Swift running around. No, we beat you. And I rubbed that shit in. That's what I do. And when I get this pinky one, when I get this fourth one on this finger, you better come here to this channel and find me immediately. You better find me quick. Okay? All right. Loki said, I'm behind on the stream, but there's a specific YouTuber. Okay, in regards to you, any of the YouTubers, bro, salute to everybody that got the balls to get on here and do what we do. It's hard to be on here. It's hard to do what we do. I don't never judge what anybody else does. I just do what I do. I stay in my lane. I stay in my lane. But guess what? My lane is the entire freeway. When people say, I'll stay in your lane. My lane is all 4 lanes, bro. The slow lane, the next to the slow lane, the medium lane, and the fast lane. All those lanes are mine. Whatever lane I'm in is my lane. I decide what I want to. I speed in the slow lane. If the fast lane ain't moving fast enough, I move in the slow lane. I pass everybody up. I'm in the slow lane, but I'm going 80. The whole lane is the freeway. Whatever lane's on the freeway is my lane. So their lane is their lane. I don't care what anybody else is talking about. They don't talk about me. I don't talk about them. Do you? I do me. All right. All right, Yvonne. Thanks, Matthew. My brother and I laugh now, but his immaculate reception was a dark day. Like I said, that's the first thing I ever remembered. They were mad, bro. They were in there barking, going crazy. I was just like, what's going on? That's all I remember, bro. I just remember that. That was the first time I ever seen a football play in my mind was that. It shaped me later. Block Paul in the building. Azul. Shaq is a Raider fan, but studies the whole NFL. Don't let him fool you. Hey, man. You're right about that. You're right about that. I know a lot about a lot. That's why I'm going to get back to these other conversations. I'm going to get back to this other stuff that I know a lot about, too. Okay. Violator. Big bro in the building. Man, everybody put a 1 in the chat for the Hall of Famer. The greatest Raider fan in history. Violator. Violator 57. What up, bruh? Shaq and the Unfiltered Nation. Keep your heads in the midst of its insanity via the media. What else do I need to say, man? The Hall of Famer's in here. That validates everything I do, man. My big bro's in here. You think Violator would be in here if I was capping? You think he'd be here as much as he's got going on? Every time, hey, big bro, every time I see a Raider commercial, it's you and Gorilla in it, bro. I mean, that tells you right there, bro. Come on, man. I mean, come on, bro. Ain't that right, Kevin? Do I have to keep explaining myself, Kevin? No, Violator's in here. That validates everything I do. That's big bro. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's flashing. We're gonna have to tell him to come fix it again. It goes in and out, in and out, in and out. Then it's flashing. I don't know what's going on. Talking to my wife, she's asking how come the light is doing something funny. Okay. Thank you, big bro. Hey man, that's it right there, bro. You think I'm like, hey, I don't have to validate anything. Okay. Violator, Max ain't going nowhere. Hashtag banana in the tailpipe. Come on, man. Violator, come on, dog. You already know we know what this is, bro. We know what it is. We know when we're trying to be fooled, bro. Ain't nothing worse. You know what the funniest thing is? Is a unfunny comedian. You ever see a comedian get on stage and bomb? He get up there, man. Nothing he says is funny. Everything he says is a dud. That's what these guys are duds, bruh. They're duds. I mean, for you to make up this big ass story, you get all this attention, and the next day you got to come out and say, oh, well, he didn't say it. That was me. Thanks, big bro. I definitely need to holler at you, bro. I got to get you on the show, man. Violator, I need you on the show, man. We're going to make that happen, man. We're going to get you on the show. I've been saying it. We've been talking about it. But I'm going to get you on the show, man, when the time is right. All right, man. Y'all put them ones in the chat, man, for Violator, man. Holler at the greatest fan of all time, dog. All right? Holler at the greatest fan of all time. He's Unfiltered Nation, dog. Yeah, we know he's Black Hole. We know that he is a damn CEO, CFO, COO, CSO, CTO, CRO, Chief Raider Officer, but he's also a member of the Unfiltered Nation. Okay? And Zool, it's moronic to question Crosby's loyalty. He's been dragged through the mud with all those losing seasons. He still wants to be a Raider. Well, man, like I said, loyalty isn't always celebrated. I'm really happy I was groomed the way I was groomed, bro. I'm really, all the people that gave me a hard time growing up in the Bay Area, and even when the Raiders came back in '95, we were just fine until we came back in '95, and that's when all the mediocrity just came into play. When the 49ers were winning Super Bowls and we weren't winning shit, all of that abuse and all of that stuff, because all my boys are Niner fans. I had to listen to all of that, bro. It just made me be how I am, dog. Salute to all my boys, my Steeler homies, my Cowboy homies, my Niner homies. You guys made me be who I am today. You made me have to stand on my square. You made me have to be able to defend my position. They used to tell me all the time, come on, Shaq, man. Nobody would blame you. After we lost the Super Bowl in 2003, when your boy Rich Gannon threw the 5 interceptions and 3 pick sixes, man, they were telling me, like, Shaq, when are you going to stop punishing yourself, bro? Why don't you just come over here to the Niner Empire, bro? Come over here and get you some wins, bro. They're laughing and everything, bro. You know what I said, dog? I said, man, ain't nothing going to make me not be a Raider. I said, man, you loyal, man, but you stupid, bro. I mean, damn. Nobody's going to blame you, man. Just come on over to us. They wanted me to come over so bad. I didn't do it. I'm standing on my square until there is no squares left. All right. I love the fact Violator's on here, man. Violator got so much shit cracking, man. He's still got time to come over here and support me. And I always give you credit, big bro. When I wanted to quit doing this, when I wanted to stop, there was a time, dog, when I came over here, I didn't have no followers, nothing, bro. I told Violator, hey, man, I don't know if I want to do this shit anymore. I couldn't even get to 200 subs. He said, nah, man, the Black Hole got your back. Keep doing it. We need you. I kept doing it. Now look. Like I said, man, you're going to have to make a decision, y'all. All right. Winter Thomas talking about that meme. Yeah, I saw that meme, man. I saw that meme, dog. And I was going to talk about it, but I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. Because all it's going to do is just open up Pandora's box. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to get back to my politics and all my other stuff. We know my biggest views have been talking about politics. Y'all know I was 40,000. I was up there. I'm going to get back to it. My dad keeps telling me, get back to that other stuff too. Yeah, I'm good you talking about what you're talking about, but diversify your content. And I'm going to do that. So I'm not even going to talk about it, bro. I'm not. It's not worth my time. It's not worth it. I know what's going on. I know what happened. Now I'll talk to you about it. You can call me. I'll tell you what I think, but I'm not getting all into that, bro, because I know what it is already, man. It's just something that just get me off my square, bro. I'm not going to get off my square. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. People feel how they feel. They do what they do, and you have to just understand that that's what they did and accept what they did, and that's it. Leave it at that. I don't have time to talk about that, but I did see it. Okay, We Raider says you giving them knots, man, knots on the head. Okay. Azul said, wait, is this the Violator? Yeah, that's really the Violator. 57, that's really him. I'm his little bro that he has to keep on the right path. I'm the little brother that he has to keep saying, "Come here, man. What are you doing, dog? Like, stop all that other stuff. Keep me focused." All right, let's get Swartz. Let's go. All right, man. Okay. Official Mac Juice, what's going on? You catch the playback, yes, sir. Whirlwind. Even during the head coach search, there was a lot of misinformation. The Raiders are the only team that you could say anything and it's believed. Anything. Anything, bro. Anything. Personal. Nothing to do with football. It don't matter, bro. Hall of Fame. Yes, sir. That's him. Raider Kendrick. My parents whooped me and my brother for lying. Dude, lying in my house was a big one, bro. Big one. My father always told me, man, you tell the truth, you won't get in trouble. That doesn't mean I won't get in trouble. That means I won't get my ass whooped. I'm still not going nowhere for a month. I'm still on punishment for a month. I'm still not getting my allowance. I actually got an allowance. I was one of the few people that I knew that actually had a weekly allowance. That not getting that money every week was enough to keep me from lying. I like my comic books. I like my football and basketball and baseball cards. And I like going to the arcade. And I like going to McDonald's, ordering whatever I wanted. My dad said, "Hey, you lie, you ain't get no money." Oh, let me start telling the truth. Good, let me keep that truth going. All right. We rated some 61. I'm right there with you, man. We old school. Man, when we were dominating, it just seemed like it was going to go on forever, bro. It just seemed like it was never going to end. But it did. Aunt Carter. Man, say that again. If it's the middle word in life, facts. Bill says, I wonder if Glazer and Howie will be talking after this. Howie will talk to him. I don't think Howie's going to take it personal. Howie is, he's on Mount Rushmore. You got to put Howie up there, dog. There's 4 faces that are up there. You got to put Howie's face. I don't care who else's face you put up there. But you got to put Howie's face up there. Howie, Madden, and then you can figure out what else. Because Al, you got to put him up there. Or you're going to have to make more heads. Because Howie has succeeded in football and he's succeeded in media. He's somebody who, he's not even looking at it like that. He understands the business of media. He understands that. He's not looking at it anyway. He'll talk to Jay. He ain't even going to mention it. That's Jay doing Jay. That's Jay doing what Jay does. They ain't got nothing to do with Howie. Truth. And that's facts. Said Lyle Alzado. Said straight up. Rocky said the Pistons are putting the Knicks to bed. Hey, man, the Knicks, man, they were playing good for a while. Brady hurt their little feelings. Like I said before, man, I'm not ready to give Brady a Raider shield yet. But he's in line now. He's in line. I give him that he's in line. The line's long as hell. But he's in line now, man, because him doing that was a good start. Okay, like I said, man, an alcoholic who didn't drink his first day has to be credited for that. But there's day 2. He's day 1. I mean, I don't know how many days are in 52 years, bruh. 365 times 52. That's me. I mean, I'm in the VIP section with Violator. I'm over there. But if I get a magnifying glass, man, or I get some really strong binoculars or a telescope, I see TB12 way back there. He ain't up here yet. But he give me my 2 rings. The one he stole with the tuck rule and the one that he owes me just for being here. I'm good. You can buy your way in. I mean, he bought his way into ownership. He could buy his way into my good graces. Give me 2 rings. Have me doing this. I'm doing this. Let me do this. And I'll defend Brady just like I defend anybody else. Man, that'll be the day, won't it? when I'm up here ready to chuck him over Brady, yeah, give me my 2 rings, bro. I'll squabble with you, bro. Okay, I will. All right. Sister Coach Callie, what's the plan for the Super Bowl? Well, man, me and wife are talking about the food. We're gonna go ahead and get that shit set up tomorrow, and I'll come on. I'm gonna be watching the game. I'm not going nowhere. I'll be on. If you guys want to come over and watch it with me. Azul, of course, Brady's rooting for the Patriots. He's not rooting for the Patriots. He said he's not in it. Brady said, man, you guys are on your own, bro. And like I said before, man, imagine Michael Jordan not giving the Bulls an attaboy. That's a tough one, man, Patriot fan. It's a tough one. Oh, and did you hear that Josh McDaniels won, what did he win? Assistant of the Year or something, dog? That proves that he came over here to do exactly what he needed to do. Slow you down. Came over here to slow you down, set you back 5 years, and now he's back over there where he wants to be at. I need for them to lose them. I need for them to lose on Sunday, bro. I need to see his face in every. All right, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Stephen Marks, let me shout you guys out. Let me get in this house, man. Get my dinner. All right, man. What's worth more right now, man? A Super Bowl LT guard or Maxx Crosby? Crosby, because Crosby's a Raider. All those ones in there for you, Violator. All those ones are for you, bro. All of these ones are for you, bro. All of them. All of them. Okay? Rocky Flores, what do you think of a Raider fan when you picture Violator? Come on, bro. Violator, you know what my favorite commercial of you is, bro? That one when you and it's you, Gorilla, and you guys are walking through the casino and you got the cane. When you got the pimp cane, that's my favorite commercial of yours, bro. When you're walking through that, I forgot what it was. I don't know what commercial. I know it's an NFL commercial. But you walking through there, you got the cane and shit. I was like, look at Big Bro got the cane. He chilling. I was like, man, I always like that. That's my favorite commercial of yours, bro. Favorite commercial. All right, man. Okay, man. I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. I'm going to go get me some food. D. Bernie. What's up, D. Bernie? Big bro. Glazer and the Glizzy Swallowers. There's a Raider hater. Peace and blessings to almighty Big Brother Violator. Yes, sir. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them, dog. We name them, dog. They all over the place. Mike Florio, him. Al Michaels is the king. He's the absolute godfather of Raider haters. Him and Al Davis. Yeah, I've told you that story before. They're all over the place, bro. They're all over the place. They do a great job of making sure they keep Raider haters employed. Raider haters always have a job. Okay? All right, man. Okay? All right, man. Straight up. I'm getting this house. Rico Bragg in the house. Jims, what's up, Jims? My boy Jim's in the house. Jalen Season in the house. All right, man. All right, man. Chris Whitlock in the house. D. Bernie, I'm rooting for Sam Darnold. The hardest, being a USC quarterback. All right. USC has the most Hall of Famers, NFL Hall of Famers. Yeah, dog, including Marcus Allen, my favorite Raider. I mean, it's beautiful. Okay. Patrice said Sean Payton. Oh, yeah. All right, man. Love all y'all, man. I'm about to go inside and hang with the family and give me some food and watch some of these Netflixes that I'm in the middle of. But at the end of the day, man, the reason why media has a license and an absolute pass to make up whatever they want to make up and still have a job is because that's what they're here to do. And if you fall for it, bro, we don't feel sorry for you, man. You got to do better. Don't expect us to fall for it. Matthew Check and Filter.